Thank you for joining me, everyone. This is Rachel Doe back with another video. We are staying in the Singulari Hotel at Universal Studios Japan, which is in Osaka. This is our first time at the hotel, but this is not the first night we checked in. Usually I like to film as soon as I get in the room, so everything is pretty untouched, but we got into the room very late last night. It was almost midnight and we had to get up early for the park. I didn't have time to film, so this is the second night we'll be staying. Luckily they made up the room for us, so it looks really nice. So we booked this king room kind of last minute and it still ended up being a pretty good price. I think we paid around $120 a night. This is a king room, but just so you know, this is somewhat common in Japan. The king room just means two semi-double or double beds pushed together, but it is pretty big, as you can see behind me there. All right, let's go to the room tour. So on the back of the door, we have the magnets for do not disturb or make up the room. I left this on the front of the door this morning, so I did get service while we were at the park. We have a full-length mirror. I am a little disheveled because we fully did a 13-hour park day on very little sleep, but that's no problem. We actually have 2 racks of hangers, so we have plenty of room to lay out our jackets and our clothes. Of course, we have our slippers. We have the shoehorn and shoe polish, very common in Japanese hotel rooms. Again, full-length mirror. And we even have a hook on the bathroom door behind me. Here's an overview of the room. Again, this is the king room and it's a huge bed. It's bigger than a Western king, but that is because it is 2 beds put together. It didn't bother me whatsoever, but Sam wanted me to mention it. They also provide pajamas. We wore them last night and they are comfortable. And in the middle of the bed, we do have the lamp controls with a fader, and we have outlets and the room light control with the clock. The side of the bed, we do have the emergency flashlight. It's really nice that we have this couch here that's right next to the window, because this is pretty big. Of course, there are some stains on this. I'm sure most people like us just put their luggage on it. That is something that they could fix. And I love the space because I stay in a lot of small Japanese hotel rooms, so this is kind of a treat. We don't have a park view, but we do have a view of the water. Over here we have even more mirrors. We've got our mugs, ice bucket, and in this random chest, I just believe is extra bedding. This switch here controls this backlight and the light under this couch. There it is. Here's the little table. I have my makeup on it, but this is a really helpful hotel guide. By the front desk, there is the amenity bar, but that doesn't have the face wash, cleansing oil, lotion, etc., because that's located at the Sky Spa. We won't be visiting the Sky Spa, not that I could film anyway, and I believe this is basically a traditional onsen. There's some tattoo rules, and if you've never been to an onsen, please read up on how to enjoy it. They do have a pass counter downstairs for park tickets, which is of course a big perk. Luckily we had comp tickets, so we didn't have to visit. We are not going to the breakfast, but it is an option. The hotel also has all of these listed amenities. This looks like you can order food from City Walk, which you walk right outside the hotel and you're in City Walk. This is probably the most important thing on here if you can't read kanji, because it shows you how to use the air conditioning. This is mostly stuff we bought at the Konbini, but of course we have the kettle, the phone, tissues. Refrigerator you do need to toggle on, so make sure you do that as soon as you get into the room. The hotel also provided 2 bottles of water. We didn't ask for any more, but they did replenish it when they cleaned the room. This is one of the bigger bathrooms I've had in a Japanese hotel room. I say this in every video if you're not familiar. This section is waterproof. You're able to rinse off here if you want because it will drain out there. We have the shared toiletries, but these smell amazing. They're really good quality. Same with the hand soap. It says made in Italy and it's a really nice scent. We have a whole towel bar on the inside. Here is the shower. So really good water pressure. And again, because we've already stayed the night, I do have my stuff everywhere. We have cups, toothbrush and toothpaste provided, and a hairdryer. There's also a sanitary bag underneath. Up here are the towels. And of course, we have a really nice Toto toilet and a bidet. So on the 14th floor, you can find the Sky Spa. And also, there is a relaxation space. Of course, I can't show you the Sky Spa, but I can show you this. other side is the women's Sky Spa, and on this side is the men's, so they also get this stunning view. And that's why they call it a Sky Spa, but you can really see how big Osaka, the city, is, because this isn't even facing the city center, and there's just so much there. There's also a place to sit and relax here. Last night there were a lot of families sitting around this area enjoying some snacks and ice creams. We have some Vendings, so if you need some coffee, juice. There's also some ramens for a quick dinner. And in here, we have the laundry room. These are really nice washers as well. Ice machine, microwave I used last night. A whole ice cream vending, and then some more drinks and alcoholic drinks. What I love about this hotel, and a lot of hotels in Japan, is even though things are more expensive at a hotel, they're not overpriced. You can get a water for 140 yen, that's $1 and change US right now. Coffee's 150, 180 for a latte, and then the ice creams are 360 yen, so they're not, you know, an $8 ice cream just because it's at a hotel. And over here, the alcohol prices, the big beer is 380 yen, and you can get a Chuhai for 210 yen. And there's a smoking room here too.